Hi, everyone, and welcome to Awaken Your Inner Power Spiritual Events Directory. I'm Donna Ferguson, and I'm here again, yet to provide you with some tools and strategies to take away and implement straight away into your life to help you get through any of those challenges that you might have. So, today, as normal, we are here to have a conversation really and join in and know that you can ask any questions that you like, and we will answer as many of them as we possibly can, time permitting. Of course, there's always some questions that are asked last minute. I don't always have time to answer all of them, but definitely I am here to come and help you out. So that would be great to have you come on down. So, how is everyone? I must say, it is absolutely lovely to see a blue sky and some sunshine in Australia, in Brisbane, particularly because we have had so much rain. So, yeah, it's just absolutely wonderful. And if you can share with me where you reside and what the weather's doing with you today, that would be amazing. Maggie, hello and welcome. Welcome to the show today. Maggie, just so you know, what are you looking at? What is the information that you're wanting to get today? Let's have a look at that and see how we can help you out. Priscilla, welcome. Hello. I'm very well, thank you for asking, Priscilla. And you're in New Zealand. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you from? I have relatives over there. My husband is from New Zealand. So yes, I'm fairly familiar with New Zealand, or a good part of it anyway. So yeah, would love to know where everyone's from, and if everyone can just jump on and hi, Maggie. Maggie, how are you? I hope you can hear me. Um, Elizabeth, welcome to the show, and thanks for joining us today. It's great to have you. Hot in Hastings. Wow. Okay. We have relatives down that way. So Hawke's Bay, yes, they're down at oh my gosh, I've gone blank. I can't think of the place, but in that area actually. So not far out of Hastings. And yeah, it's good to know that they're getting some good weather over there too. And I hope all the smoke has disappeared, because I know you guys were getting some of that aftermath from our bushfires. And interesting enough, I was coming back from Canberra on Sunday last week, and last weekend, and there were a lot of firefighters in the lounge area who were on their way back to Queensland, and they'd done relief down there for 3 months, and they were actually coming back to do flood relief in Queensland. So it just never ends for those guys. Take my hat off to them. They do an incredible job. So yeah, it's amazing. Elizabeth, hello, welcome. I think I said hi. Tracy, welcome. Let's have a look at a bit more information on that question, Tracy. That would be great. And we can work on that. So, what are you doing? What's the reason for the question? What direction? What is the change of direction that you're looking for? Like, what's going on in your current workplace that has created this interest in changing direction? Let's have a look at that. Maggie, you need love. Everybody needs a bit more love. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. It is the 14th of February, and there is definitely a lot of love in the air, and I'm so glad you brought that up today, Maggie, because this is a really great topic. And I do work on this with myself every single day, not because I'm running short of love in my life, but because I truly do believe that love begins with our own unconditional love. And I write affirmations up around that in the morning and every morning. So I think if you're looking for love, what are you looking for? What sort of, what sort of person do you want that to be? That definitely has to start with your own unconditional love, your own trusting yourself within your own processes, and understanding who it is that you want to attract, and being in that space of that person like you're already there. So who are you looking for? What qualities in that person are you looking for? It's really important to be specific and write those qualities in a list. When you see somebody that you really like, a friend or whoever, and you go, wow, that's a really great quality, I would love to have that in the love of my life, my soulmate, then write that on your list and keep adding to that every time you see something, or every time something comes up within yourself that you like, oh, I really would love that in a person. And when that list will be ongoing. It's probably never really going to be complete, because as you grow because as you grow, your list is growing and enhancing all the time. So just bear in mind that whatever energy you've got within yourself, in your unconditional love, that's the energy you're projecting to the universe. Another thing I would say to you is look at what it is that you're feeling within yourself. Look at what's gone wrong in past relationships, how much of that was contributed by your own actions, and that's the sort of things that you need to work on as well. Work on your heart chakra, really important, and also your solar plexus, I think, is really important, because this is and your base chakra, because this is all the root of where your sexuality begins. And this is where you want to start your unconditional love within your heart as well. So looking at what you're looking to do. Somebody actually once advised me, or gave me some information, somebody who does healing, quite some time ago, said to me, wear red underwear, because that is the color of love as well. So and because it's around your base chakra or your root chakra, that is, and it's coming up sometimes into almost your solar plexus area, that is actually creating sexuality within yourself. Not, and I don't mean that to be in a promiscuous way. It's definitely only with regard to, bringing out that feminine side within yourself, which you need to have when you're looking for love. So hopefully that's given you something to work with, Maggie. And if you've got any more questions, let me know. Rachel, welcome. Good morning, darling. Thanks for joining us today. I'm glad you're good, Priscilla. Elizabeth, thank you. Central coast of New South Wales, I'm assuming. And what a beautiful part of the world that is too. You're from Melbourne, Maggie. Yeah. You're looking for a reading on love. Yeah. You're a single mum. So really important. I'm glad you said that, because that's really important now, to add in what sort of person you want to be. You want to have your children portray as a father figure. So how you want that relationship, because it's not just about you. This is about your whole package. So really important to bring that into the list that you want to develop as well. Hey, Deborah, I was supposed to, I think, get you a list. You were on my mind last night. I'm so sorry. I was there on Tuesday. Oh, no, it wasn't you. It was Angela. Okay. I think I did yours when I was at the airport. Angela, I have to get some information too, so I must remember to do that. Rachel, I would love guidance on stepping through fear of letting my gentleman lover that little bit closer. That's and what a beautiful day to start work on that. Rachel, that's a great topic, and you know that is so vulnerable to be putting that out there. So thank you so much for sharing that. Letting go of the fear. Now, this would have something to do with past broken relationships, past hurt. I think you might be feeling. So, okay, there's a couple of things that you can do here. First of all, open your heart chakra up. Open it up and allow the love to flow within and from, to you and from you. I would also say that work on your unconditional love, that you are worth and deserved of this beautiful these beautiful feelings of love, and having somebody love you and return that love. Also, that unconditional love is really important. You have to bring unconditional love to yourself in order to receive that back, as well as opening up your heart chakra. So really important to do that. I would also write out exactly what you want that relationship to look like, how you want it to work. It's obviously going really well, but I would say that, how do you want that match to be? What, when you're writing that list, you're looking at, we are walking down along the beach hand in hand. We laugh, we love, we enjoy each other's company. All the really big elements of a relationship, your communication, your discussions that you have, because, we all know discussions aren't always aligned with each other. The opinion, look at that, 11:11. I don't know how many times I do that on this show, and it's not intentional. I just look up and see it. And I do it a lot, actually. I've done it a lot in the last couple of weeks. What's the communication style that you want? What's the healthy discussions that you want to be talking about, so that you each have your own point of view, without getting into, that argumentative sort of style. How you want your health to be around that relationship, how you want your living arrangements to be around that relationship, how you want your lifestyle to look around that relationship. Everything has to come into that situation. How you want your wealth and success to look around that, building wealth together, building this relationship. That includes, your careers, your income, your business, whatever it is that you do. Really, really important. So yes, all of those things, and just really open up. You really have to start by opening up your heart chakra and looking at what went wrong in past relationships and letting go of that. There's lots of meditations that you can pull up on YouTube that will help you work through that. So make sure you do the work every day. Write the affirmations on exactly how you want that relationship to look, because it's really important. If you stop the flow of writing, then you're going to stop the flow of what's coming. So just trust your intuition on how that will go. Happy Valentine's Day, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you, Maggie. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, and to Priscilla. Tracy, should I do healing or childcare? I'm torn at the direction I should go. Okay, so, and this just came to me in a flash. Childcare is obviously an employed job where you are doing the work for somebody else. Healing would be something I imagine you're very passionate about, and that's your true purpose. If you are looking at starting a business, look at all the things that you can incorporate into that business. Maybe do a little bit of work until you're generating the income. And if you're not working at the moment, just do what you need to do to get your business up and running. Tracy, as always, I offer my revival call at the end of the show. I think it's really important that you and I have a conversation around that. I can give you a lot more information one-on-one talking to you through Zoom. So it's really, really important that we look at that on a little bit differently, because this is a great question, but it really does depend on what you're doing. But I'm picking up that this healing is your purpose. It's what you're passionate about. And I think you should always follow your heart. Your circumstances, however, I would need to talk to you more around that. And I can give you some tips on how to get started. So a little bit hard going backwards and forwards with other conversations. I'd like to just do it with the energy of yourself, so we can have a chat and work out a little bit more. But I'm happy to give you some tips on how to get started and talk you through the other areas of how to make that decision. So yeah, that's a great question, and thank you for sharing. Love myself. I do it every day to myself. Perfect, Priscilla. That is great. Maggie, I'm in love with a friend, but in love with a friend, but he doesn't. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? If he doesn't know, and perhaps he actually does, I would definitely be writing that list up. I would be working on your base chakra, your solar plexus, and your heart chakra. I would definitely be looking at creating the affirmation of how that relationship looks, and maybe just approach it a little bit softly without giving it fully, but then life's so short. Why are you not letting him know how you feel? Life is so short. You have to go for what you really want. So, but is he actually the absolute right person for you? That list is important. Does he tick all the boxes? If you've got 10, say 10, 20, 30, whatever, however many things on that list that you want in a relationship, if you've got 10 things on that list and he only ticks 9, why are you compromising? Why are you negotiating what you're worth? That's the sort of questions I'd be asking around that. I don't do cards, Priscilla. What's your question? We can definitely look at that on a deeper level. There's so many people who do card readings and the intuitive guidance stuff. I'm definitely here to give you value on and answer some questions for you. So, yeah, give me some more information on what you're looking for. You're very welcome, Maggie. Very welcome. Yes, Angela. Angela's your girlfriend. Okay, can you let her know that actually it was you that popped into my head last night. I thought it was you. But let Angela know that I'm going to open this up at the page that I had, because I meant to do that on Tuesday and I didn't get it. But I can contact the office where I can get that information, and I will get that to her and I will message her. Please give her my deepest apologies. Hi, Anne-Marie. Welcome to the show today. Rachel, he's a beautiful man. Lovely connection. Okay. Then I think sometimes you just got to be open and honest about how you're feeling, and work on opening up and letting go, Rachel. Definitely. Sorry, I'm just going back through the notes to make sure that I have got all the comments done. I will be doing this work. Yeah, no, you're very welcome. If you've got any questions, Rachel, please let me know. Don't hesitate to private PM me on Facebook. I'm happy to answer any further questions. Yeah, I know, Tracy, it's your passion. So definitely, I think we definitely need to have a conversation one-on-one, because I can give you a lot more in a conversation in that revival call. So I think it's really important. Let's have a chat. Lucian, hello. How are you? Will money come my way anytime soon, please and thank you. I hope I've got your name right, Lucian. What I would, I'm just trying to get, you can tell the rain's gone. It's starting to get hot again. The sun's out and, you know, again, when it comes to money, when it comes to your wealth, what has been your old connection to money? You know, what has been your old story, your old money story? This is probably something that you've gone through your whole life with the same mindset around money, and it's been instilled on you through your influences as you were growing up, when you were a baby. Because remember, when we're babies, we absorb everything. We have no filter. We have no ability to reject the information that comes in. So we just take that all on, go straight into our subconscious mind. Then as we get older, we start fighting a few things and wanting to explore more. And, you know, whatever conversations are going on or went on in your early life are going to be the ones that you've taken through your life with you. And sometimes they can be brought in on generational lineage cords that have been connected to you, and they're not even your stories. So what I would say to you is doing some work around your wealth and your success. Write a really descriptive information around what you want your life to look at. Then I would say you can, on your phone, you can make a recording of that information, and every night when you go to bed, plug your earphones in and just let it play. And you have to be really perfect with the details you put on that. Yes, there's going to be times when you're going to up level and you're going to want to change the script, and that's absolutely fine. But how your life looks, you know, what sort of house you're living in, the income that you're earning. There is nobody in this life that is more capable of earning $1 million than the person next to them. You know, it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is. It's how you work through it. It's how you look at creating more in your life and letting go of all the stuff that no longer serves you. So you can do that. There's a voice program, an app called Voice Recorder. You can record on that. You just push play once you've downloaded it, and it will record. Push record, and you can record it, and then overnight you just open that up and it will you can play. I do it with a lot of different areas of my life. So and that, because that's going straight into your subconscious mind as well. So therefore the information's going in while you're asleep. Your subconscious mind doesn't sleep, your conscious mind does. And you want it to override those old stories. So that's a really good way of doing it, Lucian. Deborah, thanks, Donna. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, Deborah. Christy, do you see me having another baby? Christy, great question. Where are you at with that? Are you looking at, I see you've come in twice. Where are you at with that? Like, you've obviously had one child. Was that all naturally conceived? Where are you going with, you know, keeping yourself in check to prepare for a pregnancy? How long have you been trying again? You know, there's some things I can't answer on this because, you know, I don't know your medical history, and I'm not asking you to put that up. It's very personal. So just if there was something else you could give me, that would be great. Astade, hello. Thank you. I feel one of the best things I can do in my life is to disconnect from a lot of people, especially certain family members. Wow! Congratulations. You need to celebrate that. You know why you celebrate that? You celebrate the fact that you know that's something you have to do. Any advice? Yes, some perfect advice. First of all, send them all love and blessings every day. You know, if they're people that are annoying you or whatever, don't fit in your life anymore, send them love and blessings. Then what I would do is slowly let them go. Some of them you might be able to do more quickly, family members obviously not. Some of the family members, when you, it's really interesting that you bring this up. You know, I went to Canberra last weekend to spend some time with my family, and it's been a little while, and I've got some interesting characters in my family. So I set my intention for how I wanted that weekend to go. And, you know, it was pretty much perfect to what I had put out there. And, you know, yes, I sent them all love and blessings leading into that week for the whole week. You know, I had the intention going on, and it really worked out really, really well. Yes, there's still some interesting characters in my family, and some of them, you know, I will, you know, be in touch with. Some of them, you know, I won't be, and that's okay. That's something that we've always done anyway. So what I would say is, with family, set the intention of how you want that relationship to be when you do see them, because there's going to be times when you are going to see them. But also, what I would also say is, if they're demanding of your time and if they're trying to take on more for you, more than you can give them, then start taking control of when you go and see them, how long you're there for. So always make sure that, you know, when you're going to connect with them, you can say, I have another appointment I have to get to, or I have another meeting, or I have another something. I've only got an hour, and limit your time that you're going to see them. Eventually, you know, that will either fade out or the relationship will get better, and it will depend on your intentions that you set. With regards to other people, you know, if they're not serving your relationship anymore, then just let them go. You don't have to really be concerned about how you do that. You know, if people are contacting you and asking you to meet up with them, and you really don't want to, just tell them, look, I'm not available. I'm sorry, I've got something else on. And make sure, because when you let those people go, you're opening up an opportunity to receive more positive people into your life. You will not be able to receive that until you let go of the people that are really, really taking over and, you know, creating this situation where you're not wanting to be in their company anymore. So, you know, sometimes you've just got to disconnect. It's like cleaning out your wardrobe so you can fit new clothes in. It's no different. You have to clear your life out. You have to declutter your mind. All of these things for different reasons is no different to cleaning out your wardrobe. So hopefully that's answered your question. Christy, do you see me? I did see that question. Oh, here we go, down a bit further. But Kerry first. Hi. Can you see anything around me for love? Kerry, we have covered this a little bit already today. Kerry, I would say, what are your past relationships been about? How have they ended? What was your contribution to that? And I think it's really important that you're super honest with yourself when you're doing this, because they're the areas of your life that you want to improve on. You're not doing it to come down on yourself. You're not doing it to criticize yourself. You're doing it so you open up the awareness consciously of what happened in those relationships and how you're going to be able to make better connections with people in future relationships. And it's really important to make sure that you love yourself unconditionally 100%, so that you can really open up your heart and work through, you know, when you love yourself unconditionally, you're going to receive that back. So there's a lot of work to do there. There is, I did go into a lot more detail earlier, and I would love for you to go back and listen to the beginning of this video. It's probably about 5 minutes in, but it's really great to re-listen to the videos. Guys, if you're re-listening to the videos, you're actually learning more, and repetitive learning is the way to do it. You're learning and understanding. You're going to hear things that you didn't hear on the live. You're going to hear things that you didn't hear the first time you replayed it. So please go back and listen to these, because there's information and there's strategies all the way through this. So Lucian, you're welcome. My pleasure. Yes, one baby all naturally conceived, but since I was in an accident, so that has kind of overruled everything. Okay, so so that's great, Christy. Thank you. What I would say then is, you know, with the accident, obviously, you know, like you say, there has been a lot that you've had to endure since then. I think it's important to set your intentions about having a new baby, another baby, and I think it's really important that you understand that you must be 100% ready to do that journey again. I don't know what happened in the car accident, or, you know, I do understand that's obviously taken a big chunk of your life out. But when you're 100% ready, then it's time to have that conversation. When you feel totally ready to go on that journey again, then it's going to really start to you know, work out for you. What I would also say is, when you're doing writing up some, I would recommend that you write up some affirmations, put a date on it. I'm so happy and grateful now that it is whatever date, and I have just found out that I am pregnant with my second child, and go into detail about that. That is a really great way. So work on the date. Now, it doesn't mean it will necessarily happen by that date. That's okay if that date comes. Move your date forward and just keep doing that. But it's setting the universal law of getting that back. So when you're, and if you're doing that now, then you're going to start getting more and more ready for that every single day. So do it every day. Every day, write that up. Okay. Starte. Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. John, fine. Thank you. I will go back and listen. I came on late. Yes. Kerry, that's a great idea. You know, that's what happens. So really, really good to re-listen, because you will pick up messages all the way through. Wow, we have done 30 minutes, and it is so great to be here and do this. You know what? It's anything can happen if you believe it. So it's definitely absolutely 100% true that if you believe in that from within yourself, within your heart, then you can do anything that you want. So Christy, yeah, no, it does make sense, Christy, and I'm glad that you've done that, because you're obviously, it's in, you know, it's in your mind, it's coming up, you're feeling like you're ready to start that journey, but maybe there's other factors that are coming in. So really do the work, and you'll be able to move forward with that. So That is awesome. I'm missing some of my other regulars. I don't know where they are. So if you've got questions, now is a really great time to ask them. I'm just going to have some water. Been talking a lot. And yeah, I'm off to get my hair cut this afternoon, so that was awesome. I had a great time flying around last weekend. Very quick trip to Canberra from Queensland, so flew out Friday afternoon straight after my trip, and came back on Sunday lunchtime, which was pretty nice actually. It was really nice just to have a break away from everything, and I didn't get much work done, which was even better. So, you know, there's so much that goes on. This is really funny, and I'm going to talk about this because this is how things happen for all of you who are trying to open up to opportunities. Astarte, particularly in your conversation that we had, what's really important. You know, I've had a pretty major shift in the last 2 weeks with what I'm doing and how I'm working. And, you know, I really made a decision about some things. And I thought, you know what, this is it. It's time. I'm ready for this. I am so ready for this next part. And as soon as I did that, I had a friend who contacted me out of the blue saying, Donna, did you want to speak at an event? I know you've done some speaking before, but this would be great. And I said, look, you know, send me through the information. I'll have a look. When I went and had a look, the questionnaire was around speaking at different destinations around the world over a period of, you know, whatever time frame. But these were going to be annual speaking events that she was going to be running. So I thought, oh, this is really interesting. That has been something that's been in my plan, but it wasn't on the forefront of my mind. And so what I did was I put the application in, and it was supposed to be for today. So I was really trying to get the information, and knowing that I wasn't going to be around on the weekend, I couldn't do the work on that. And I thought, you know, came Tuesday, and this information's just not coming through. So I sent an email saying that I would withdraw my application, but I'd be interested in the future. And as soon as I did that, on Wednesday, I was coming home and I noticed on my phone there was an inquiry to do something yesterday, which would have been when I was tweaking my presentation. So what I did was I looked at this, and it was somebody that I had wanted to reconnect with, that I hadn't spoken to in probably over 12 months, and or we messaged on Facebook, but nothing, not a real connection. And so what I did was, they had a masterclass yesterday morning that I went to, and from that, it's amazing what can come out of it. Had I not withdrawn my application from the speaking, then I wouldn't have opened up an opportunity that has come up from that masterclass for me to do something. So that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just got to let go of stuff regardless of what happens. So, you know, if you've got any questions on that, or you want to know any more about it, or you need some help around being able to create these things to open up, or you just want to know a little bit more, this is why I have my call, because it's super important for me to give you all the information that you are looking for. You know, without being able to provide you fully with everything, then sometimes there's little things that are missing, and that's why it's really important to reach out. If you want to contact me about, you know, just having a free revival call, I mean, how can I serve you better? How can I make this better for you so that your life opens up? Because, like I said, nobody has the ability of creating any more than the next person. It's knowing the techniques on how to do it, it's knowing how to work through and pushing past. For one of us, it was a fear of, letting my heart open up. For others, it was, about making decisions on business. For somebody else, it was, how am I going to be ready to financially move forward? For somebody else, it was about, knowing how to really let go of people who no longer serve them and how that's going to react and work. For others, it's about increasing family and, getting through those challenges. So there's so much information that you can, work on if you've got the techniques. So, if you go back and listen to this live, then you're going to pick up more and more information. If you reach out to me, I'm going to give you some valuable information to step away with that you can implement and start using straight away. So that's the beauty of being able to do everything that you want to do. And, it's a pleasure and a joy to be able to do that and really create more for you in your life. So where are we up to? Okay, people slipping off the radar here. What's going on? Any questions? Not sure. Has everybody suddenly had to run away and do the work that we've just asked you to do? I don't know. Would love to have some questions come in because it's really important that you get value from me each and every week. And I can only do that if you're going to open up as well. So in the meantime, there's lots of things that block us. There's lots of things that stop us. There's lots of things that really give us a reason to sabotage ourselves. But those reasons are only valid if you believe they are. So it's really important to know that as well. But here is the link for the free revival call. And, reach out and, really get in touch and ask some really important questions on what's going on in your life that we can resolve for you really quickly. One-on-one is so much better because it really does give us the ability to ask those questions quickly and get the responses quickly instead of having to wait for you to come back with your answers on the live. It saves time and it gives us an opportunity to work more quickly. So yes, there we have it. We want to push you to create more in your life, and I don't mean push in a harsh way. I mean you're the one that needs the work, needs the answers, and if you do the work, you're going to really find that you can have anything that you want. So what's it going to be for you? What's it going to be for you? How much of this is going to create increase in your life? In any area of your life. It can be any area of your life. It doesn't have to be specifically, something that we talk about today. It can be so much more than that, so much more. So I feel like there's some comments coming in that I'm not able to see. So if you're asking a question I'm not answering, please let me know, because I do apologize for that. I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Okay. suddenly, okay, there we go. I'm not sure what happened. I just had a bit of a hiccup on the Be Live. Yeah. So yeah, who's got some questions? Let's have a look. Welcome all the people popping in now. It's great to have you here. Pleasure and a joy to serve you. How can I serve you better? How can I serve you with some answers? You know, that's what it's about. It's about giving you the information that you need and want and are looking for. I can only do that if you ask a question. So come on down and ask a question. Let us into your world to see what's going on. Yes, and open up your world to opportunity, because that's what's really, really important. And we have 15 minutes to go. So, you know, I think one of our deepest fears is that we don't trust and we don't believe in ourselves enough. We tend to push aside what messages we're receiving and not take them on as a message from the universe. We're not opening up to accept and receive. And while we're not doing that, we're sabotaging our life in so many different ways continuously. So it is important to know that when you get a message, when your intuition is telling you something, it's guided from a higher source. You are being guided by a message from a higher source to sit up and take notice of that. And that's what's really, really important when you do look at what's going on in your life and, you know, be able to understand those messages on a deeper level. Being able to understand that, you know, what is that feeling, that sensation that you're getting, and just taking a moment to tap into that and find out exactly what's going on. So, you know, they're the things I'm talking about. It's knowing what is, it's knowing how, it's knowing how to act on that. It's knowing how to increase from that. It's knowing the innermost feelings and emotions that it's talking to, and how to move past that. So, have we got any more questions and answers today? We are very quiet. We are a very quiet bunch. Has everybody gone to lunch? Happy Valentine's Day. I think so. I think we've all gone to lunch. Oh dear. I think everybody's run to lunch. So look, again, I really appreciate you all being here, and you know, I know that you're all, I can see that people are still here, but if I'm not getting a question, I would love to just take this early mark, but also, you know, book your revival call. The link is here. You can ask anything you want on this call. You can, I'm not going to sell you anything. I just want to be able to help you. So I want you to book a call so that you can move forward on something you're challenged with at the moment, because we're going to give you real information that's going to be easy to use, effortless to use, and you're going to be able to move past that with such a feeling of trust and such a feeling of knowing. Because once you trust and once you just know, then everything else comes together beautifully for you. So just know that. But there definitely doesn't seem to be any more questions here. So I do wish you all a very happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you enjoy your lunches that you've all gone to. If you've got any questions, reach out, book a call, or just PM me, contact me, and ask the question privately. More than happy to answer that. Until next week, have an absolutely extraordinary week. Bye for now.